Family style dining in a revolving restaurant with Chip, Dale and friends. Why do you need to dine at the Garden Grill? Find out today on Walt Disney World Adults Only. Welcome your Highnesses, I'm Dan and you're watching Walt Disney World Adults Only. Today we're going to be talking about the Garden Grill. As always, I'll tell you everything you need to know about the restaurant before going across to Leanne, Taylor and Courtney to hear their experiences here. For those of you who don't know, Garden Grill is a restaurant located in the Land Pavilion in Future World at Epcot. Of note, with the changes coming to Epcot, Future World will soon be rebranded and the land will be situated in the brand new Wild Nature neighbourhood. I recently made a video about all the changes coming to Epcot and I'll put a link to that video in the description below. Garden Grill is unique in that it's the only restaurant at Walt Disney World that rotates. Don't be put off by this, it moves so slowly that you barely notice. You do however get different views whilst you dine, most notably of the Living with the Land attraction. What is really interesting is that some of the food that you eat at the Garden Grill is grown in the Land Pavilion. You can't get fresher than that. Whilst talking about the food, it's served family style and it's all you care to enjoy. Every so often, the menu changes here ever so slightly, but typically you'll find the following food offerings here. Breakfast includes chips, sticky bun bake, seasonal fresh fruit salad, scrambled eggs, hash brown style potato barrels, bacon, sausages, or sausage links as I think you may say in the US, and Mickey waffles with a warm chocolate hazelnut drizzle. For breakfast you can also get a really nice orange passion fruit guava juice drink, and my favourite, the orange or raspberry mimosa. They also do a Bloody Mary, but for me, the hater of tomato, this is not an option. Lunch and dinner is the same menu essentially, and starts with freshly baked bread rolls and a harvest-inspired garden salad. And then, the skillet. Either a slow braised beef, or as is currently being served, a grilled beef with chimichurri, roast turkey with gravy, and currently they're serving carved pork with an apple chutney. But this is sometimes a sustainable fish or a herb sausage. And then you get French fries, buttermilk mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, seasonal vegetables, and a leek and herb stuffing. For dessert, a berry shortcake served with a vanilla whipped cream. And for lunch and dinner, there is a beer, wine and specialty cocktail menu too. And then on top of this great unique restaurant that rotates and has unlimited food, you also get to meet 4 characters as well. Mickey, Pluto, Chip and Dale. And Mickey is dressed in his farmer's outfit as well. Breakfast is priced at $42 per person and lunch and dinner is $55 per person. So whilst it's all you care to enjoy, you need to go here hungry to get your money's worth, or bang for your buck. If you're on the Disney dining plan, when they're being offered, this is a great use of a table service credit. I have eaten here twice myself, once for breakfast and once for dinner. Now, I'm not a super fan of character dining, however, I do prefer character dining over queuing up to meet a character. This is my favourite character meal. On both occasions, the characters came to our table multiple times during our meal. And the overriding factor which makes this my favourite is the quality of the food. Sometimes the food at character dining can be quite mediocre. That isn't the experience here, and on both of my visits the food has been really good. The breakfast was on my last trip in October 2019 and was absolutely delicious. The warm cinnamon bun bake was worth dining here for alone. It is sweet, soft, warm, spicy and shoulder-loweringly comforting. Please try this sticky bun. In fact, all the food served for breakfast was just wonderful. Overall, this was a great use of a Disney dining plan table service credit. I had dinner here in 2015, and so my experience here is a little historic. I had planned to update this in 2020, but COVID had other ideas. I made the mistake of eating too much of the bread at the start. It was so good though, and the butter came with honey and sea salt on top of it. The salad was fresh and crisp and the dressing was sweet and tangy, and I'm not a huge salad lover, but it was a really, really good salad. When the skillet arrived, I remember thinking, we're never gonna get through this, but we did. We had the braised beef, the sliced turkey with gravy, and the tilapia fish. I remember when seeing it on the menu, I was thinking, does fish go with turkey and gravy? But actually, it was okay. While I was there, the dessert was a berry cobbler. I'm not sure how different a cobbler is from a shortcake, but I would imagine the taste is very, very similar. The character experience here is excellent. The characters come to you and they stay for quite a long time. On both of my visits, I saw each character at least twice, and some of them 3 times. There aren't too many places to meet Chip and Dale, so this is a great place to meet these cheeky chipmunks. For me, this is 100% the best character meal at Walt Disney World. As I mentioned, I nearly had a 3rd visit here in 2020. Isn't that right, Leanne?
Yes, Dan, that's right. On our trip that never happened. We was supposed to be going on a group trip. I was going to meet up with Dan and we was going to Eating Garden Grill. It's somewhere I've never eaten before, but I have stopped to look at it every time I've gone past. I have heard mixed reviews, but mostly good, and the food does look good. I was looking forward to meeting up with Dan, trying Garden Grill, trying the food, but most importantly, being able to meet the characters while I was in there. Anyway, Dan, we will dine there in the future. I'll make sure we do.
So I really hope we get to dine there together. After all, Leanne, you're paying. So Leanne hasn't been to Garden Grill yet, but you have, haven't you, Courtney?
I sure have. It's been a while since I've dined at the Garden Grill, but it was a great meal. I remember it very well. What I love most about the Garden Grill is the fact that it is served family style, so you don't have to get up and go to a buffet line. The food comes to you, and if there's only a certain thing that you want, you can just ask for more of it and they'll bring it to you. The one thing that I dislike most about the Garden Grill is the fact that it is served family style, and you do have to ask for more instead of just getting up and going and getting it yourself. You know, some people, they just don't want the judgment of, you know, being on their 4th bowl of mashed potatoes. The food there is very home style comfort food. If what you're looking for is like a good home cooked meal, I guess by American standards, it's a great place to go. Not every day do you want to eat something that's super unique and just outside of your normal food choices. You want something that, you know, mom makes for you. It's a good place to go if you're really wanting that. I don't know if it's the way that it's laid out, but the restaurant just seems more smaller than the other character meal experiences, so you feel more of like an intimate interaction with the characters when they do come around to your table. Have you ever been on the ride Living with the Land and near the farmhouse ever looked up to the left and seen a railing and maybe people there? Well, that's the view that you can get inside that restaurant. Overall, I would definitely recommend this restaurant. It can be a little pricey, but the experience in a rotating restaurant is not something that you would get every day. Also, the character experiences, they just feel a little bit more intimate because of the way the tables are situated. You do feel as if they are there just for you. Taylor, I think that you've been a little bit more recently than I have. What was your experience?
Thanks, Courtney. I ate at the Garden Grill 3 or 4 years ago while on the dining plan and really had a great meal and experience there. My husband and I do love a good character meal, and this one did not disappoint and definitely had some perks over the normal buffet style character meals. For one, you didn't have to plan your eating around which character was right around the corner. I don't like that about the buffet style meals, that, oh, you can see someone is 2 tables down, but you're ready for more foods. But you kind of gotta sit there and wait because you don't want to be away when the character comes to your table. You know, it shouldn't be that difficult, but in my mind, I'm sitting there all anxious that I might miss my character photo. So I love at the Garden Grill that they come to you, the food comes to you, and there's none of that awkward downtime. When we were there, we actually got to see all of the characters twice. Also, I'm a sucker for the characters being in outfits other than their normal ones because it gives you a little something to talk about and makes the interactions a little less awkward. Now for the food. It was great. I have nothing bad to say about it. The salad was fresh, and it's always kind of good to have a salad after eating park food for days and days and days. You can feel the greens really helping you out. And I loved the skillet. I loved everything that came in it. It all tasted really great. It was warm, it was fresh, and I have no complaints. I think it was good. And of course, you have to talk about the dessert. I mean, I'm not even that much of a dessert person, but it was so good. Those strawberries on that spongy cake, delicious, absolutely delicious. And though we were on the dining plan at the time, I would definitely have paid for this meal out of pocket. And of course, I have to mention that rotating restaurant. It is so unique and cool. Now, all of this being said, I'm not racing to get back there again. The food is good, the characters are great, but there are so many wonderful restaurants in Disney property. Maybe in a few years when I've worked my way through all of the restaurants I want to visit on my trips at Disney World, I'll go back to Garden Grill because I'm sure I'll love it again. Well, that's all of us, Dan. Why is this your favorite character dining at Disney?
Thanks, Taylor. It's the food, actually. My only criticism of Garden Grill, and it relates to the whole of Future World, is that it just looks so dated and needs updating. That is slowly happening. There are no plans to my knowledge for Garden Grill to have an update, but hopefully at some point soon that restaurant will get modernised. It looks like something out of the 1980s. If you're thinking of dining at Garden Grill, I would 100% recommend getting your reservation 180 days in advance. We actually have a video on dining reservations, so if you don't know how to do that, I'll put the link to that video in the description below for you now. Well, this is what we think. Do you agree? And will you be booking to go here on your next trip? Tell us in the comments below.
Thank you all so much for coming to hang out with us today and watch this video.
Show us you like it by giving us a big thumbs up.
If you like our new channel, please subscribe and click the bell as well so you know when our new videos land.
If you also love the Garden Grill, tell us in the comments down below and share this video to convince others to try this restaurant too.
Join us at Walt Disney World Adults Only Facebook group, where we will continue this conversation.
In the meantime, though, remember, never grow up,